special edition of World News Tonight with David Muir, reporting tonight from Uvalde, Texas.
And good evening tonight from Texas. We are here in Uvalde, a community in mourning. The mass shooting at the elementary school right behind me here, leaving so many parents, so many families without their sons and daughters. 19 school children and 2 teachers were shot and killed. Tonight here, we honor them, their names, their stories, the awards given to some of the students just hours before the shooting. This is the second deadliest school shooting in U.S. history now, after Sandy Hook 10 years ago. Tonight, new reporting here on the 18-year-old suspect, Salvador Ramos. In fact, he turned 18 just 9 days ago, and the next day, authorities say he bought his first AR-15 style rifle. Days later, buying his second, and then a little more than a week after his birthday, showing up at the school right here behind us. Tonight, we've learned in the hours before the attack that he sent 3 private messages on Facebook signaling his plans. Tonight, the memorial growing outside Robb Elementary School. The school year has now ended early. A choked-up superintendent revealing the news that the year was over.
Wow.
We now know the rampage began at the suspect's
Holy
grandparents' house.
cow.
Authorities say he shot his grandmother first. Then they say he took his grandparents' truck with no driver's license, crashing it near the school here before making his way inside. We have also learned that all of the victims were in 2 adjoining classrooms, the gunman barricading the door. And we have just learned it's now believed he was in the building anywhere from 40 minutes to an hour before being taken down. Parents, of course, came running, looking for their children, looking for answers, many waiting until the midnight hours before getting official word. A massive show of law enforcement here, and most of the children eventually taken to the local civic center to be reunited with their families. But that's also where families waited for the children who did not come home. Officials asking those parents for DNA samples as the night wore on to help identify the children who did not survive this. Tonight here, the faces of the fallen now coming in. Some of the 19 school children who lost their lives and the 2 teachers who died trying to save them. Of course, the question here tonight were warning signs missed, and this evening across this country, a call to act. But we begin tonight with what played out at the school right here behind me and the children in that classroom. Tonight, inside the unspeakable horror, officers running to the scene with the 18-year-old gunman already inside Robb Elementary School, where 2nd, 3rd, and 4th graders were in the middle of their day. Authorities say he got in through a back door, slipping into a classroom and opening fire on 4th graders and their 2 teachers. Authorities believe he got into that school at 11:32 a.m. Authorities say the suspect, Salvador Ramos, a high school dropout here, turned 18 just 9 days ago. Tonight, the ATF now saying just 1 day after his birthday, he bought an AR-15 style rifle. 3 days later, he bought a second one. And 4 days after that, he was here at the elementary school. Tonight, Texas Governor Greg Abbott describing the horror that played out even before he arrived at the school, at the home where he lived with his grandparents.
The first thing that happened was that the gunman shot his grandmother in the face. She then contacted police.
A neighbor describing the grandmother with a gunshot wound to her forehead, helping her to dress the wound. Tonight, she's in critical condition. And as all of this was playing out, Governor Abbott now revealing the suspect was posting chilling private messages on Facebook. The first message, that he was going to